and just having super huge burn rates, put rest periods in, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. And we're not playing fast metabolism this time either, so I want to see if things work out a little more sensibly now in this one. Where did I find the menu? So you got to go to the debug menu. So open up your debug menu, then go to info, then go to check game state. First choices. And you'll see that little message there, and you just keep pressing enter. And eventually it'll give you that info there. So it seemed to me like it should be accessible through the player screen. So I kept looking here, going, where can I find this new metabolic information? I couldn't find it anywhere in these menus, in the edit player menus. It's not in there. So finally, somebody, I don't remember who, told me where it's at. So info, check game state. That's where you can see that kind of information. Yeah, I can imagine a chimera. Anything with extreme metabolism and carnivore especially. Gonna be pretty rough. So rough / impossible, possibly. Alright, we got a little bit of pain. That's an accumulation from our infected torso. I'm not going to take pain meds. We're not doing anything where it's critical right now. Still infected, so it's 1600. It's time to take another dose. Past time to take another dose. How do we have so much time go by? That's not good. Alright, so we got the infector, the antibiotics going. We're tired, so we're going to have to sleep pretty soon. We're going to wait a little bit. Let's wait 30 minutes, and then we'll get some food in our belly. Something other than just water. Hopefully we don't throw it back up again. No, nausea is finished waiting. Alright, let's have some pesto. And another sip of water. Put the fire out. And we'll wait another 3 minutes. And we throw up heavily. Lovely. Yeah, I know. Stomach capacity is the issue. It's going to take some time to get all that kind of stuff balanced a bit. Not being able to just literally consume enough. That's why they have that message about eating more calorie-dense foods. You got to pack more calories into smaller volume in order to stay ahead of the curve. So you can't just keep eating celery that'll fill up your stomach but give you no actual calories. So I don't know. I don't know if they're trying to push people to be using more of the food combinations and the higher value foods and move away from just found stuff that can keep you going like used to be possible. So okay, now we threw up, so we're thirsty and tired and hungry again. Lovely. All part of the fun, lovely ride of the infection. Yeah, that's what we need. We need the the bovine mutation line to give you greater stomach capacity. That'd actually be pretty cool. Somebody should go mod or, you know, contribute the bovine mutation line for better stomach capacity. I think I'm just gonna go to sleep. Like I said, it's pretty much a waiting game at this point. So we just took a dose of our medicine. So let's try to sleep for 6-7 hours. We'll sleep 7 hours, then we'll take another dose, and we'll see what happens. If the infection clears up, great. If it doesn't, we're in big trouble. So, yeah, I'm not going to do anything else with him. Let's gather up all the goodies into one spot. I don't think we'll hear anything down here. I really hope I don't have to make noise-canceling gear. I don't remember seeing any messages about hearing noises from above, so hopefully they're settled down up there, and we can sleep adequately. So we'll take a dose of cough syrup before we go to sleep. Do I have the sleepy time cough syrup? I do. Let's take Sleepy Time cough syrup. There we go. We'll take that cough syrup. Now we feel very sleepy. And off to bed we go. The LMOE door is impenetrable to everything that's up there now. Yes. If there were things like... Well, I don't think I've ever seen anything breach the LMOE door. Possibly it could be breached, but I've never had Skelljugs, Hulks. I've never had anything actually breach the door to the LMOE shelter. So whether it's technically possible or not, they tend to lose interest and go away. So instead of just hammering on it. So... Just like in labs, they don't penetrate the compartment section doors either. So pretty sure nothing will ever get down here. That's one of the reasons why LMOEs are so valuable. Yep, I want to sleep. I want to sleep for... Let's just go 6 hours. Just to make sure we wake up in time to take our next dose. So we're all staring raptly at the torso indicator, right? That green torso indicator. Where our eyes are just glued to that, waiting for it to turn white. The longer it stays green, the worse things get. I already took, remember, a gamma globulin shot, which shot my immune system up, so we got one more I'm going to take tomorrow. When we wake up, I'll take another gamma shot, and we'll redose ourselves with antibiotics. There it goes! We're clear! We're clear! Ha ha! Ha ha! Oh, good times, good times. Alright, victory! Now, we're still not comfortable, meaning we still have a city full of zombies. So... But we did survive the initial hard part. Had some crazy times. I predict death by dog. It's going to be another one of those canine deaths. Yes, zombie dog, I'm talking about you. Your brethren. They're gonna bite me to death. Oh, see what I forgot? I forgot to dose up my limbs. Here I am with Imperceptive Healer, and I forgot to redose my body parts to get them healed up a little better. Ugh, already screwing up. I knew I was forgetting something. Okay. So, we're down to mild pain and some thirst. We're still recovering from infection, so it's going to be a little bit before that goes away. But the worst is over. The flu is still on us. Usually, I think every single time I've done an RBD start, the flu has gone away within the first 2 or 3 days. Usually the flu is gone before I even get my infection gone. But we shouldn't be quite as nauseous quite as often, so we'll do some clean water. Fill up our belly. We'll wait a little bit now that we got the infection gone. We're not as worried about dosing. Cool. Let's have some pesto. Put a little tiny bit in our body. And I'm thinking... Well, I was thinking of going back to sleep, but it's not even midnight yet. Holy crap. We were really wasted. Not even midnight. So we should pop upstairs and see if we can take advantage of the dark. The infection actively does. Recovering lowers your stats, but we're at the easiest stage of the recovery. There's different stages for this depending on how long you were infected to begin with. So this is the lightest, easiest stage. We do get pain on occasion, but nowhere near like the other one. So it'll stay up for a little bit, but this will disappear pretty quickly. So we just don't have enough food to just hide down here for a few days to get completely recovered. It sure would be nice. I would like to get back that 8%. And I've got drugs. We're going to take some drugs. So, let's do that. I'm just going to go with aspirin, though. I'm going to save my other drugs. We got, what, 20 codeine, some tramadol. Oh, I got lots of drugs. Never mind. We're going to have some codeine. I got lots of drugs. So... Most of the ridiculous effects for infection and recovering from infection were taken care of. Somebody made a lot of noise about it and complained about it bitterly many times with examples during live streams, and they eventually got most of that stuff worked out. So it's not quite as bad. You can still die from infection even if you take antibiotics, which I'm okay with. That wasn't my problem with those systems. I didn't mind the chance of death even with antibiotics. It was the mind-numbing, soul-crushing tedium of the recovery stage that you would end up in these spirals of unhappiness and despair and fatigue that you just... I mean, you were having to press keys a billion times to get out of it. That's what I complained about. Was it the same person that complained a lot about Drunken Master? I don't know. Maybe. Could be a coincidence. Maybe. I don't know. I just play games on the internet. I'm not a dev. I'm not a contributor. It's other people's problems. It's an OPP. Alright. Let's, now that I'm thinking about it, actually throw a bandage on. And even some antiseptic, since I've got some. The other ones I think I'll leave alone. We'll just hit the arm. Okay, let's let a little bit of time go by. Let our pain decline. Now we're good. A little bit of painkiller slow down, but otherwise we're at 107 speed. That's what we need. We need speed, because we're outrunning dogs. Bunch of bad dogs. Fortunately, we've still got a pretty massive malice on our stats. We're 3 down on strength, 1 down on dex, and 1 down on intelligence. That's, I think, mostly from the recovering. Yeah, 1 and 1 there. Oh, the flu. Yeah, the flu's still kicking my ass. So we're still waiting for the flu to clear up. So we'll take another hit of cough syrup before we head out. We need to take the axe. That's going to be our weapon of choice if we need to fight. Let's leave. Don't need the binoculars anymore for a bit. Space is at a premium. I'm going to leave the tools. And we'll carry the drugs. Alright, encumbrance is still pretty good. Torso 21's not terrible. Arms at 18, not great, but like I said, we're not going to be trying to swing at things mostly. Alright, it's going to be a whole new experience going out at night. I won't have things being able to see me 60 spaces away, or it's more like 48. Oh, we're tired again. Dang it. Do I go out now? I gotta go out and at least try it now. Even if we don't make it very far away from the shelter. The only downside is if something's standing in the doorway. If there's multiple things outside and one of them steps into the door, then we're in trouble. Have I ever seen Z Nation? Murphy! What a hoot Murphy was. That pretty adequately describes it. Fucking Murphy. Yep. That guy was a hoot. Yep, I saw all of the Z Nation episodes. Good time. Good, super cheesy zombie fun. NK was pretty cool. He didn't get a lot of justice in the storyline departments, though. He was pretty flat in the the charisma department and didn't get a lot of justice. Alright, look at this. I am stepping outside into a zombie apocalypse. So, we're heading into the full moon. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 spaces of night vision. Luckily, our perception is not being affected by our various maladies, so we're getting our full 3 plus 2. See my prior discussion about the vision ranges. So we're getting 3 because of our perception, and we're getting 2 from the night vision. So that is our 5 distance. We're only getting that because I pumped my perception up to 11 instead of 9, which is what it should be necessary to get 5 spaces. Eh, we'll leave the door open. Why not? I might need the points to scurry in. It's great fun. I do have a distinct memory of coming back to my base, my LMOE shelter. I walked downstairs, and there was a skeletal juggernaut staring at me. Good time. So, what am I seeing? Shock? Those melee shock guys? Oh, and an actual shock sound. Alright, no problem. So our first stop is going to be this, the pharmacy, if I can get into it cleanly. We're going to try the back entrance initially. Alright, fine. I'll make noise closing the door. I'm not going to take the bike. Hey there, zombie, who can totally smell me and start following me. Hey there, dog, who can do it even better. Oh, we didn't make it very far. Who's chasing my scent cloud? Yep. Alright, here they come. Do we try to fight? That's my question. What's my dodge? 6.8. 6.8. I really want to take off the hoodie, but I really need the protection right now. Death by 1,000 cuts is very real for this character. You guys haven't seen its effects yet, but we are playing with Imperceptive Healer and Flimsy. So I've got 25% less hit points than normal. I'm probably sitting at mid-70s? I can't remember. Mid-60s? And then Imperceptive Healer means I only heal 10% of the normal rate while I'm sleeping. So that's really bad. Takes me a gigantic amount of time to heal even the smallest wounds. So little nips and bites and scratches from the zombies adds up really damn quick on a guy with these stats. So I'm really, really damage averse. Let's try to go north. See if we're like completely surrounded. Yep, pretty much. If I keep moving, at least they'll start trailing along behind me, following my scent cloud. For those wondering what the hell I'm talking about. What did I put it on? F10? Yeah, F10. There's the scent cloud. I haven't given this demonstration in a while. So, zombies can see you, they can hear you, and they can smell you. This is the smell. And it's just numbers, and basically it's the strongest number where I'm standing. I have a scent of 160 or so in the space I'm in. It gets smaller as it billows out behind you, and it dissipates over time. So you can see where I've moved and where the numbers are. Basically, if the zombie is within that cloud, they have a threshold of about 10 for the regular zombies. So anything less than 10, they probably can't smell, the normal ones. But if it's above 10, basically they just move from one number to the next higher number. So if a zombie was standing here right now, for example, he would move to there because that's a bigger number, 43. Then from that position, he'd move probably to there to 52, there to 55, and so on. Then you just follow the bigger numbers because that's where the scent is stronger. And they keep doing that and they'll eventually get to you. So you can see the numbers getting smaller and smaller as time passes as I've moved. But understanding that this is happening is important. You don't have access to this normally. It's a debug function that I've hotkeyed. So it's not like you're missing a key or something. But I just turn it on occasionally just to educate and demonstrate in-game what's going on and how zombies are following you or finding you when they shouldn't be able to see you or hear you or all that kind of stuff. There you go. Scent mechanics lecture complete. You have to download Undead People. It's not available through the launcher or so on. I've shown a couple of times there has been a change for people that are used to the Undead People tile set and manually downloading it. There's now a change. And if you're using mods in your game, you want to be careful to also add the mod specific tile set mod that is now created. So what do I mean by that is if I can't show it here, but active world mods. So I have Magiclysm mod enabled for my game, And then in addition to that, I installed the Undead People tile set, but there's now another step. You have to also go into the graphical mods, and you have to pick the Undead tile set entry that you'll see for the mods that you're running. There's a big list of them. So basically, there's a default Magiclysm, or default Cataclysm for the tile set. That's the standard vanilla game. And then there's a separate graphical mod that you need to put in the right place in order for your mods to also have the graphics that are associated just with those. So if I didn't have this in here, I wouldn't be able to see the graphics for bugbear or owlbears and trolls and all the Magiclysm stuff. So just be aware, if you're now going to get the Undead Person tile set, there's a couple of steps based on whether or not you are using mods in your game. You can cloak your scent with a cigar. Cigars will cloak your scent. That's the most common way to do it. So I think there are a few others. I don't usually bother. I know how the thing works, and I know how to handle the movement of zombies and how to anticipate that they're following me and all that kind of stuff. So you won't see me doing it too often, but I know so well how the systems work and how the movement works that it's not really something I worry about. Yeah. Olfactory mask CBM, yeah, that's the high-tech variant. But there are other ways. Alright, still trying to work my way down into the pharmacy, preferably without having a massive crowd. Still might be dogs or shock zombies in this house. I'd still like to get into that kitchen, drag some stuff back from the kitchen. But pharmacy is my first target. Oh, nope. I don't want to get cut up by the window, but if I break it and make noise, I'll give myself an even bigger problem. The last time we were here, there were dogs in the basement. I don't know if they would have come out necessarily. Try to work our way around this guy. Alright, we made it into the pharmacy. Probably have something following me here pretty soon. I think I got most of the drugs I needed. I mostly want to get stuff that's down in the main pharmacy section here. Hey, look, a full hammer. Yeah, like that. Oh, we got zombies in here with me. What do we got? I already picked up So Awesome. We've got first aid high enough that the paramedics book's not going to help me. Chocolate bars would be good. Pork sticks would be good. To grab this full hammer. Oh, long string, yes. Full hammer, yes. Wish I had more carry capacity. I should have taken care of that before I came over here. Lots of parts. Multivitamin. More shelf parts. Will be good. Tailor kit's good. Gallon jug of milk. Got no space for it. Remember that. I don't need it so much at the moment because we got the 60-liter tanks of clean water now, so I'm not going to fret over that. We'll just grab some of these other good munchables. Alright, did I get all the little first aid kit here? We're not done with the cough, so we'll oh, no space for the kit either. Alright, we are getting a little full. Hey, Mr. Zombie. See if I can make it back to the shelter. Up zombie. Space for the candles either. Tongs and other good stuff. We do want, but we'll wait. We'll make another trip. I really do need to find a backpack or rucksack. Smartphone with battery. I've already got a watch with an alarm on it, so no. Long strings would be good though. Oops. That would be that circle around procedure I did earlier. Straight run in. Hey, dog. Alright, first run successful. Let's see. That's a pretty good lot of food. Some decently high calorie items in there that'll keep us going for a few days at least, all by itself. 3 vegetable pies at $4.50 each. Fruit pies, pesto, peanut butter sandwich. Good stuff. Now we're on missions to just do safe-ish short raids out to get specific things that'll help us out. I still need... I picked up the candles for light sources that we can use without burning batteries or burning wood. I still need to get more light... Or more lighters and that kind of thing, just to make sure we don't have a problem there. What have I got? Like 60? Yeah, 60 out of 100. So we're pretty good. We'll find more before long. Do we have enough done that I can go to sleep comfortably now? We got water, we got food, we got light, we got the basic tools. Time passing now is in my favor, because we've got the infection cured. If I have enough light that I'm comfortable, I can start reading the magic book. I brought back multiple candles. I probably left one, but we got others. Got 3 of them. There have been some changes. Candles last a really long time a while back, but I think they changed it so it's not quite as long now. Let's do a test though. Give me 1 candle. Give me the book for magic. And so awesome. Alright, activate candle. So, there we have a candle lit. I don't think it gives an indication of how long it's going to work. Can't remember. Doesn't provide much light, but it can burn for quite a long time. This candle is lit. It's new and ready to... Oh, I see. So it says it's new and ready to burn, so you get some kind of an indication. Alright, it does provide bright light, just in the one space you're in, and then dim light everywhere adjacent, but the only thing you care about is light in your own space when you're doing crafting and reading and stuff. So that's perfectly fine. Let's evaluate that book. So there we've got tailoring to 1, which we can do in other ways faster. Let's go ahead and get Magic Missile learned. That'll take some time. See if the candle goes out. So just after midnight when we started this. Really? Did it say the candle conducted electricity? That's kind of funny. Alright, so that didn't take long. It only took us an hour. So, yep, we are locked into Magus. Next up, read for Phase Door. That's our chance to get out of jail. Phones can be a light source, yes. It's just they burn batteries. So it just depends on what you're doing. With this, I burn 1 charge of my matches or my lighter, and it stays lit for a pretty extensive time without burning batteries. Just depends on how hard up you are for batteries, I guess. Alright, we got Phase Door as well. Let's go ahead and cast Phase Door. 81% fail chance. That's fine. We'll just keep trying. Oh, wait. Gotta drop the axe first. Alright, now. Hey, we got it the first try. Look at that. Now we are level 1 on Phase Door, which means 70% fail chance. Magic Missile! Need a hostile target for that. Well, we got plenty of opportunity to test that out later. Let's look at our candle. Does it say anything different now? Almost new. Much material to burn. So it's changed 1 status type, but still saying new. It's only been it's been 2.5 hours now with this 1 candle. I'm gonna stay here. I'm not gonna go out again till the next night. So we're gonna... Ideally, I want to stay awake until about 10 a.m. Then sleep the rest of the daylight away, and then we'll have all night long to prowl the city. So we're gonna keep reading for about another 8 hours or so. Yeah, just keep studying magic. Give me Phase Door. Do 4 hours of that. See how long that takes and how much candle we burn. Magic costs mana. I have a max mana category right here now. We have 1,000 mana points available to us. Current mana, max mana, so we're now capped out on our mana. You have the mod enabled and you learn a spell, so you become a mage of some category. You then have that mana categories listed there. You want to raise your mana, you want intelligence, high intelligence, and then there are traits / mutations that also will increase your mana pool. If you want to be a decent magician, you kind of got to start with that in mind. During character generation, you need to be taking the things that raise your mana max, as well as regen and things like that. Otherwise, you're just not going to be able to get much done. Yeah, Technomancer has some spells that also coordinate into the bionic system. Not all about bionics in the Technomancer, but a fair amount of it. Alright, so our candle is still going. We're almost 7 hours in, and the candle says almost new. Much material to burn. All hail the candles. I'm telling you. Grab candles from those kitchen cabinets when you're going by. You're going to thank me later. Plus, you can extinguish it and then relight it. So, good stuff, candles. Take advantage of them. Alright, what are we up to? So it's only 6:30. Got about 4 more hours I need to pass time. I could do some crafting type stuff. Been a while since I did the level 0 to whatever crafting type stuff. I brought back some long strings so I don't have to take threads apart anymore. Spellcraft is the general spellcasting skill. It's kind of the catch-all for how good a magician you are, separate from the individual classes and categories and all that. It's the main thing used for a number of categories. It's kind of like the melee skill for warriors. Spellcraft is basically melee for spell users. So it influences a lot of the basic stuff. You need to raise your spellcraft to lower the speed, or lower the time it takes to learn later spells. So if you have a high spellcraft number, you can learn the other earlier spells faster. Spellcraft does, well, it gets complicated. There's a lot of things that affect spells. Somatic and impeded by gloves. So I am wearing gloves, so encumbrance on the hands is what this really means. Because last run I had no gloves, but I had huge encumbrance because of mutations that I had paws and webbing and so on. So it was making it harder for me to cast. Sometimes it's difficulty chance that changes, sometimes it's the cost of the spell. It can be a little confusing to figure out what's being affected by what, where, when, how. So Right now we're at a 55% fail chance at level 2 with low spellcraft. But we can only raise our spellcraft up to the one above the difficulty of our spells. So I can only get to spellcraft 3 off of this particular spell. So when I hit 3, I'll be capped. Magic Missile is only level 1, so this is my highest level spell, so I can't get spellcraft above level 3 currently. I can raise the spell level by studying, but this will not go above, or my spellcraft will not go above 3 based on just the spells. I gotta find more complicated spells and study those in order to keep raising my spellcraft. Very hungry. Well, we got choices for that. Let's have a meat sandwich. Have some more water. And I think I'm just going to keep... Yeah, let's just keep doing the magic. Phase door is pretty important as a possible getaway if I get cornered. So we'll do another 4 hours of that. Actually, no, I screwed up. I should have done just a small amount. I forgot about that. I forgot. Let's just do 1 hour. No, I have Magiclysm enabled, but I had no intention of specifically doing anything magic. We just happened to cross a mage book here in the LMOE shelter, so we're taking advantage of it. But we're going to be a terrible mage. I mean, our int is so low, and we have no magic traits that are going to increase my mana pool, so I'm hardly ever going to be able to cast anything. I mean, a single magic missile is 50. I've got 900 mana total, so I could cast it. Well, I'm at 1,000 mana normally with int 8, so I could cast it 20 times. That at 1 damage at its current level, that's not going to kill anything. I could blow my entire mana pool, and a tough zombie would just be down like 1 bar of health. So we can't do a whole bunch, but the phase door is a random teleport. So if I can get it to go off, and I'm in a trapped situation, it could save my life. So it's got a range of 3, and then in addition to that, upwards of 2 additional range. So I could teleport 3 to 5 spaces in a random direction using this phase door. But I've got to get it off successfully. It takes time to cast. It takes mana to cast. It could send me in a direction that's even worse than the one I started in. A lot of maybes, but if I know I'm screwed and I'm literally stuck and I can't move, then this would be a way to try to change the paradigm. Alright, so we got our spellcraft to 2. Let's go ahead and do another one. Phase door again. We can get 1 more level of spellcraft off of this guy. We'll do 2 hours this. Yep. If you're willing to stand there and keep casting it and take your chances on where it drops you, it could also drop you right next to the robot guard that has a machine gun that's guarding the bank vaults. So you roll the dice, you take your chances. So I'm curious, for those folks that are lurking and or chatting, are any of you folks that found me and my channel through 7 Days to Die? Do I have any 7 Days to Die new fans that have wondered what this Cataclysm game is that I'm playing now? Just curious if any of those folks are visiting, wondering about this other game. Hungry again. Let's have another meat sandwich. And a peanut butter sandwich. There we go. Clean water. Solus Bellator. Cool, cool. An awesome game. It's the same subject matter presented in a totally different way. It's about 100 times more complicated and more depth of items and systems and mechanics than 7 Days to Die. But it's a tile-based rogue game in a 2D presentation. So, very, very good game. If you ever are curious, feel free to take a look at it. I can answer any questions you have. I do tons of I'm kind of the tutorial guy for Cataclysm, so anybody that stumbles upon it usually ends up getting sent to my stuff to kind of learn how to play. Found you when Quill played CDDA? That's the same way I found CDDA. I think it was Quill. I honestly don't remember. It was somebody I had on my watch list on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it was Quill, one of his brief forays into Cataclysm that got me started in it. And I started playing, and at that time I looked around and said, God damn, how do you learn how to play this damn game? It's so complicated. And then I said, well, there is none, so I'm going to go make my own tutorial series and help other people learn how to play it. Found you through Rycon? Yep. Rycon and I send folks back and forth all the time. Rycon's good folks. Love Rycon. Yeah, lots of people learned about the game in general from Seath. Oh, it is definitely deep. It is extremely deep, and it's also extremely unforgiving. So you think 7 Days to Die as a new player is hard? You got no idea. This game will just kick your ass 6 ways from Sunday for the first, however many hours of play. That's partly what I did all the tutorial stuff for. And you're always free to hit me up on my Discord or wherever. I'm on all the sources for Cataclysm. Alright, let's get back to business here. So we're hanging out in our LMOE shelter inside of our mega city that we've dialed up the zombie count and the zombie toughness on. We're surrounded by zombies and dogs. We've got a better ability to fight now. I just need to shake off this flu. If I could shake off the flu... Wait! I think the flu's gone. Hey, the flu's gone! Lit up, happy, recovering from infection, bandaged, vaccinated, chilly. Yeah, the flu's gone! Woohoo! When did that happen? I didn't notice a message. Probably sometime while we were studying. I didn't catch the message going by. However, so yeah, the flu's gone. So we just need to get rid of this recovery from infection and we'll be back to full strength. Still no combat abilities, really. No, no way to fight the zombies effectively. And we've still seriously handicapped the character. Oh, for those folks that are watching that, you're not really going to understand some of the intricacies of what I'm talking about, but I've got this dialed up to a really, really high, painful difficulty levels. So there's a million ways to adjust this game. Easier, harder, lots of different ways. I've played this game literally thousands of hours over the last few years and live streaming it 20 to 30 hours a week for years now. So I make it look a lot easier than it is. What I've done so far, new players would have absolutely no chance of surviving what I've got set up here in any remote way. Don't get discouraged. Dying is part of the fun. Just embrace it and learn as you go. So, but don't think that what I'm experiencing is the typical game of Cataclysm is the main thing I'm trying to get over. So I've adjusted the size of the city. I've adjusted how many zombies are in it. I've made them tougher. I've done a lot of things. I've taken a really handicapped character. I've done all sorts of things to make this experience competitive for me, entertaining for you guys. But it is not the standard gameplay experience. So. 7 Days to Die. I've been having a hoot with it for the last couple of weeks. I've been streaming it like 12 to 15 hours a day for the last couple of weeks. So feel free to check my VODs here on Twitch or tune in. I'll be playing it again. Yeah, I got videos on all that stuff, on how to update the tile sets and so on. And I'm always available for helping and answering questions. But yeah, it is pretty inaccessible and ugly if you just use the default stuff. So make sure if you've seen my videos and you like the way things look, or you want to make it look that way, that you check out my videos or ask questions on my Discord. If I'm not available, which I usually am, somebody's going to be there that will help out. How do you false advertise for a game that's open source and completely free? And then I fully tell people is going to kick their ass. Alright, let's get back to actually doing some stuff. Oh, let's see. We do need to sleep. We got the flu gone. That's awesome. That's going to help us a ton. Hopefully this recovering from infection rolls off while we sleep. That would help as well. 9:42. Not quite time yet. Let's get a little bit of reading done on this. See how quick this goes with our 8 intelligence. Well, I misspoke when I said quick. Everything is moving slow right now because of the mandatory Z levels. And we're still throwing up. Lovely. And we're still getting pain. Alright, coming up on 11 o'clock. We're going to stop there and sleep. Alright, stop reading. Hey, Candle, how you doing? Extinguish. More than a quarter has burned away. So we had that thing for 11 hours. And it's somewhere between a quarter and half. So I think these things might be set for 24 hours. Maybe they burn 24 hours, something like that. At a guess. I don't know what the actual number is. So yeah, candles. One light of your lighter or flick of your lighter or matches, and you can have a good long session of crafting, sleep, or reading, whatever, without burning your batteries or burning a whole crap load of firewood. This time I'm going to remember. We're going to do more bandages. And we're going to... Not antibiotics. Apparently I dropped all my antiseptic. I'm gonna... I don't have that many bandages yet. I'll wait. We'll wait. Oh yeah, let's see one more thing before we go to bed. Oh, of a fruit pie. Alright, snuggle up on our pillow. We got a blanket, a down-filled pillow, and a regular pillow. Shouldn't be wearing my sunglasses indoors. Alright, off to Sleepy Land we go. There is. There's two different messages that come through on the Nightbot. The donation one will roll through next. It's the, it says PayPal tips, streamlabs.com, Vormithrax. Oh, good look. I don't remember. Thought I had all that set up long time ago. Come on, Chrome. Suck it up. Well, there's a Vorm tips entry. That pretty much is it. Well, there's a Vorm tips entry. Stop of that. I forgot I went to my channel and it was not muted. So yeah, there should be a big red and green button that says Vorm tips. If you're talking about the front page of my channel screen. That would be the one. It goes through the Streamlabs setup. They don't keep information. They don't take a share or anything like that. Basically, it's just a link directly to my PayPal account. By going through that, though, it allows the little ping message to show up on screen, so that I know it's happened. I can give appropriate thanks for people tipping and donating and supporting this channel and so on. Still waiting to wake up, huh? Nah, you cannot get the poor hearing mutation just from loud noises. You can be deafened for an extremely long period of time, but you don't get the actual mutation or trait. Is there a way to achieve light underground besides atomic lamps? Atomic is the best if you happen to get lucky enough to find one of the atomic sources. If you don't have the atomic source, candles. That's what I'm demonstrating. Candles, candles, candles. Super, super easy. Super common. All the kitchens have candles in them usually, in the cabinets, so. And then later, of course, you can generate your own power and your own lights and all that. But if you're talking early game, as an alternative to burning wood or something, candles is the best way I'm aware of. Alright, we finally woke up. It is 21:03. It might be dark enough. I can't remember when the sun goes down in this one at this time. So we'll spend a little bit of time here in the base. Let's get something to eat. Another vegetable pie. I had to cook up those TV dinners. I'll probably just eat them cold. I don't really care about the morale negative. And of course some clean water. Look at that! Oh my god! Oh my god, all the stats are white. So, we have basically conquered RBD. RBD is done. So, by RBD, that's really bad day, the scenario that we picked. That's the starting scenario where you start naked, drunk, with the flu, with an infected bite, etc. And that's the early part of the challenge, is just surviving that starting position. Oh, and in a building on fire, of course. Good stuff, good times. But we've officially gotten through all of it. So we're no longer infected, we're no longer got the flu, we're no longer drunk or trashed. We're in a safe spot, all of our stats are green, we got no negative conditions whatsoever. And we got speed of 110. Hey, Zormask, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Helps tremendously. Little tiny channel like mine with covering a niche game like Cataclysm, and now I'm starting to do a lot more with 7 Days to Die, which I don't think I'd consider that a niche game, but I've only been doing that really actively for a couple of weeks. Here recently, at least. I did have it on the channel on YouTube for a lot of hours a couple of years ago, but yeah, now we're a little bit larger. So everything helps, and I very much appreciate the tip. Yeah, I don't know why you would have been handed a trait other than radiation mutation. Probably what happened is you got radiation. Since you can't tell that you have radiation now, you got enough that it mutated you, and that's where it came from. That's the only thing I can think of. You have radiation mutations turned off? I don't know then. It's your game, do whatever you want. Debug it away if you'd like. It's a single-player game, have at it. I promise not to judge you or report you to the Olympic Committee. Ah, yes, the Yug. The Yug. I forgot about the Yug. Usually people would notice a Yug, but maybe not. I guess you could get hit by the Yug and not notice. I don't believe the spider bots can cause mutations. Alright, so, like I said, we've conquered the RBD part, so now it's just straight up us against the apocalypse with the world settings that I've got. You can find Yugs in labs. They can come through portals. There are portals that can spawn in labs, and you can get a number of the random interdimensional entities, or in the containment area of the finale, the one finale. So it's possible. I can't remember the last time I saw a Yug in a lab, except for in the containment, in the I forgot the name of that finale. There's a finale room that has just a few interdimensional creatures in containment. No items, no loot. Everybody loves that finale. Oh, the Resonance Cascade room. Yeah, Resonance Cascade finale can have them. But I can't remember the last time I saw one in a lab. Alright, so what are we going to do? We're still barely healing. Our left arm is still hammered. That's not going to change. We're going to leave our books behind. We don't need those. I am going to wait a little while longer. Make sure it's good and dark outside before we open that door. I gotta figure out now how we're gonna become combat effective. I can't just dodge around zombies forever. We gotta get combat effective at some point. So we're at 7.2 dodge in our current gear. Our encumbrance is okay. I would like to get the torso down just a little further, but until I find like a backpack or something, I need the carry capacity. Going outside looking for gear and not being able to carry it back is it's a bummer. So let's leave the candle home, leave the hammer home. Leave the sunglasses we don't need at night. Keep the rest. Still taking the fire axe. That's still our #1 combat capability, easily. We are turgid, so we don't need to drink or eat currently. Oh no, it's continuing on. We're not done yet. We've still got to... So usually when I do these kinds of mega city runs, if I don't have a specific kind of a theme or movie homage in mind, the challenge is to survive the initial circumstances of the start, of course, but then to set up a home base somewhere that would be fun and interesting. So the city center is right here, where the nameplate is. I mean, we could do something like try to set up some kind of a base in the zoo, or I want to find some kind of fun thing that I could set up a base in. We got a magic shop up here. That'd be a little tough. There are certain buildings that are fun to try to figure out ways to set up bases in. Ooh, recycling center. Oh, man. We got a recycling center nearby. You all know what that means, of course, when I say recycling center. I know some of you know what I'm referring to. That's the closest one by far. After that, it's quite a ways to get to a second one. Hack Pro? Hack Pro is no longer useful. Control Laptop's been removed from the vanilla, so... No, not Hack Pro. That is correct. We got a few folks that are correct. There's a specific martial arts book that is really common to find in the recycling centers. That would give us a pretty kick-ass martial art that we could play around with. So that's within reasonable reach. That's just north of that that metalworking shop that we also want to get to eventually. So yeah, we basically need to survive the area, see where we can set up some kind of a base that would be tough. Look at this, we got double firehouses. I love setting up in fire stations. I've done it. I have a Fire Station Z series that I refer people to a lot because it's a good fun series, but it also teaches good survival tips in city environments and how to set up a base, how to build vehicles from scratch, all that kind of stuff. So it's a fun one. But yeah, so we gotta find somewhere where we can set up a base that's gonna be fun. At some point, it'll just not be all that hard anymore, and we'll call it if we don't come up with some other kind of a theme or a goal or something. But it could be I could just call it right here and say, yeah, that's it. we survived the initial start and we're good to go. Do this as a one-off. That would be another alternative.